What's going on, everyone? I am just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about European things that the American mind cannot understand. So, today, I want to take a look at this list of things that you find in Europe that are so different that it's actually very difficult for our American brains to understand it. So let's take a look at some of these, starting with this one that says, the American mind can't comprehend that this is a European large? A European large? What? What? Are you kidding me? That is like a small here in the United States. This is like for a child. What? I don't know what to think about this. Is this true? That's. I don't know if I could live in that world. I'm kind of conflicted here because, like, I know here in the United States we are very unhealthy. Um, and some of it has to do with our portion sizes. I know they're like very big or considered to be very big. For me, it's normal. And this, to me, is tiny. I would be upset. I'd be mad if I ordered a large and this is what I got. But good for you guys, like in Europe. No wonder you're more healthy. Like let's be honest, this is like a lot more reasonable for somebody to like get as a snack or a treat, but I don't know. I think like being American has kind of ruined my sense of scale and my sense of food cuz oh my god. Like I didn't know that the European large was so different from our large, like a large drink or a large ice cream milkshake be like the size of my head, like you got some work to do when you get a large. And there's still like extra large if you want it. Wow. I think a lot of Americans would be really, really surprised and kind of kind of angry if they got this as a large, but maybe that is what a large should be. If we're being completely honest, it probably should. Like it's a lot healthier. Wow. Okay. I get it. I can kind of wrap my head around that. Kinda. This one says the American mind can't comprehend cheap, high quality bread. Germany, baby. What? So this is bread in Germany. It says, I remember showing my boyfriend visiting from the United States the cost here of bread. So it's not just good bread, high quality bread, it's cheap. Wait, I'm looking at the prices now. 35. What currency do you have in Germany? Do you use euros maybe? So it's like 35.35, less than 1 euro for like a little loaf of bread? Really? And based on some of the things I've heard, apparently here in the US, we put some crazy stuff in our bread to like artificially like affect the color of our bread and make it like poofier or and that's not good. I've actually heard European bread is like it's much more natural in a way, not a lot more healthy. Here in America, if you eat a lot of bread is considered to be like very fattening and kind of unhealthy here. And I guess it doesn't have to be that way. And it's certainly not cheap here. Wow, cheap, high quality bread would be amazing. And no, I can't imagine like getting bread for less than $1? Is this like handmade as well? Like not made in a factory? It looks a lot different from our bread. Our bread is like very, if you look up Wonder Bread, it's like very artificial and white and wow. I don't know. So far, it just seems like the food in Europe is kind of like hard for us Americans to understand. We certainly don't do it like that. and, and I think we could learn a thing or two, to be completely honest. The American mind cannot comprehend this. I've gotten better at this, though. Wait a minute. Oh, what? I thought this was just a roundabout. This is 5 roundabouts inside of a roundabout? Okay, never. I literally don't understand this. Why would you need something like this? What is going on? I'm really trying to study this picture because here in the US, we're pretty bad at roundabouts, but they have built more of them. They're a little more common. They have one or two of them in my town now. So I understand like a normal basic roundabout or traffic circle. And it's very good. You know, you yield, and then when there's space, you go in, and it's much faster than a stoplight. And I like it, but I thought I understood. But this is not a normal roundabout. There's one, two, three, four, 5 roundabouts in the roundabout. Is this real? Why? Why would you need to go in a roundabout and then, like, go around the other direction? Or when you're inside the roundabout, why would you have to roundabout again? I'm so confused. I don't know. I need to scroll away from that. That's hurting my brain. The American mind cannot comprehend getting a month's supply of asthma medication for 26 bucks, $26? How? Well, I think it must be your universal or government funded healthcare, or taxpayer funded healthcare systems. Anyway, sort of the more socialized healthcare systems in other countries. A month? It's sad because there's people in the United States. You know, we're supposed to be a first world country, and there's people who can't even get like all the asthma medication or lots of different types of medication that they need, or it's so expensive. Having health insurance can help, but no. Asthma medication, I'm not sure what it costs in the US. I don't have asthma, but $26 for a month of any medication would be insane. That is incredible. Um, and it makes me feel like America is a bit behind on our healthcare system, that is for sure. Oh my God, that's amazing. The American mind can't comprehend it has to be toast. What am I looking at? What what is this? It's a bus stop? It's a bench. Am I looking at the bus stop or the sign? It has to be toast? Are those potatoes? No, no, it's beans. It's beans on toast? This is like a British thing, right? I wait, this is like a British thing. You put beans on toast, right? I get it, I think. I comprehended this one, I think. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. We don't do that here. And that sounds, between you and me, kind of gross, but we don't really eat baked beans in America. Some people do, but and certainly not on toast. And certainly not for like breakfast or something. Anyway, that is extremely strange, but I understand in different countries there's like different food and stuff that you like. So, like, I get it. I just don't necessarily agree with it. But the American mind can't comprehend this. Nutri-Score? What is a Nutri-Score? What is this? A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Is this like a way to score food? Like based on how nutritious it is? Or I don't know. Here in America, we have some health regulations in food. Restaurants have to get scored like with health inspections, and they get graded, and But I don't think we really have a Nutri-Score system. I don't really know what this applies to, but I would like to see our food have more of like a strict nutrition scale or something to let you know how good or bad it is for you. Because a lot of Americans don't even think about that. I assume that's the purpose of this, but we don't really have anything like this. Okay, the American mind cannot comprehend Kerrygold butter. Kerrygold butter, 2.49 euros. Yeah, I don't Kerrygold butter. Is that good? Now it's very cheap, and it looks like you get a lot. I know the euro is stronger than the US dollar. Like the euro is literally worth more than a US dollar. Is that why all your stuff seems so cheap to me? 2.5 euros for a big old block of butter. Is this good butter? I don't. If this is good butter, then that's crazy. That's an insanely good deal. Good butter is expensive in the U.S. The American mind cannot comprehend this car. No, no, it cannot. Is this? This is the tiniest car I've ever seen. Like, in the US, this would be like at a circus for like clowns to drive around in. This is like a street car? Why are you is that the front or the back? Is that why is it opening like that? Is that where you get in or is that the trunk? How do you get in? Which side is the front? I don't know. This is kind of breaking my brain a bit. I've never seen a car like this. I've seen a smart car, which are kind of small, compact cars, but what is this? It must be better for the environment, I guess, because it's smaller, using less fuel, right? You, let's just say here in the US, you're kind of judged based on how big your car is. Like a lot of Americans think you need a big, loud, gas guzzling car, like a truck with huge wheels. So, unfortunately, in the US, like if you drove around in this car, people would literally laugh at you. Like you'd be made fun of. Like it'd be a social stigma against you, which is not a good thing. I don't think like I think we should have more cars like this. I think I've never been in one. It looks kind of cramped, but it's probably cheap and good for the environment. I don't know. I still don't understand how you get in it. Okay. The American mind cannot comprehend this. English muffins? But in England, these are called, I want to say scones. I think that's what a scone is. I think? I think. Well, anyway, we call these English muffins, so I can comprehend this. Not a very popular thing in America, but it does exist as kind of a novelty. And what are we drinking? Is that coffee? If this was America, this would be English muffins and a coffee. I'm guessing that's tea or something, like more European or British or something, right? I kind of get this, enjoying a scone and tea at your computer. Is that about? That's probably about right. The American mind can't comprehend this. The pineapple pizza war crime has been surpassed. Okay, the pineapple on pizza war crime has been surpassed by the beans pizza. What are we doing here? Is this is this a thing? And I want to say again, this is like a British thing, because I know beans on toast, beans on pizza. That's a crime. That should be a crime. Is this a thing? Is this a popular thing? I really have no idea. You know, as an American, I can just go off of what I'm looking at here. Is this really a thing? Beans on pizza. I don't even approve of like pineapple on pizza, really, or at least I don't eat it, but okay. Sure, that's what you like. Okay. I get that maybe you do that. That's your right. The American mind can't comprehend this. You're right. It can't. What is this? Toast? It's bread. What are we dipping it in? What is this? What? I'm literally, it's like I'm looking at it, but I'm not. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's some kind of soup? Onions? You dip your bread in this chunky soup. I mean, it's not crazy. Here in the US, we like grilled cheese sandwiches. You might dip it in like tomato soup. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but hey, I don't know. Maybe it's good. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. That's kind of been the theme of this video. Okay, well, there is some European things that the American mind really can't comprehend, and I felt like some of these I was actually doing okay with, but by the end here, I will admit there's quite a lot of things in Europe that I just flat out don't understand. But that's okay. It's kind of cool. You know, it's actually really fun learning about European culture and different things, but I am confused. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these European things that I didn't understand, or if you want to add any clarification, or that'd be amazing as well. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me sort of learning about European things I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.